We're going to start with the...
Can everyone move their mics closer to their faces?
Okay, yes, I do talk low.
Yeah, go that way.
Yeah, because this is
Okay.
bad for me.
Okay, we're going to start with, have the invocation, which will be performed by Member Johnson, and then the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be done by Member Lewis.
Okay, if everyone please rise and take a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
For which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, we'll now have a roll call and determination of quorum.
Chair Odom,
Here.
Member Vandor, absent excused. Member Lewis,
Present.
Member Mirza, absent. Member Mann,
Present.
Member Stropa, absent, unexcused. Member Johnson,
Present.
and Member Brennan.
Present.
Quorum is met.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll now have the swearing in of officers and any witnesses.
All right. Please stand and raise your right hands. Do you and each of you solemnly swear and affirm that testimony you're about to present shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next order of business will be a reading of the consent agenda.
Good evening, Madam Chair and board members. I'm Doug Gaines, Assistant Director of Support Services. This evening we have one for in compliance, and that's 2022-00046. And we are going to continue one case. The defendants just showed up, and really they just have to mow the grass and move a garbage can. So that's 2022-00050.
So that's, thank you. Alrighty. Okay, well, we need to approve the consent agenda?
Madam Chair,
Yes,
I'd like to make a motion
yes.
that the consent agenda be approved as presented by the city.
Madam Chair, I'd like to second it.
Okay, I have a motion before the board to approve the consent agenda as presented. A motion was presented by Member Lewis and seconded by Member Mann. I would take a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Okay, the first case to come before the board will be case number 2021-00821 and presented by Officer Loeffler.
Good evening. Case number 2021-00821 is 409 Caballero Road in Ocoee. On October 15th, 2021, this officer, in response to citizens' complaints, did observe a large pile of junk and debris and litter along the side of the property and scattered about the yard, 2 front glass windows visible from the street, and sidewalk with broken, shattered glass. And the waste garbage cans were stored in a prohibited location in front of the house. On October 18th, a violation notice was posted at the location and sent out certified service to Rosemary Waters Estate, as identified by county records, for violation of ordinances 10824D regarding the trash and debris and the litter, 10823I regarding the broken window glass, in the 2 front windows. And 143-27A regarding the location of the garbage cans during non-collection timeframes. The notice provided until November 8th, 2021 to correct the violations as cited. Reinspection on November 9th revealed non-compliance. All service criteria for the January hearing date was performed. However, that hearing date was canceled. And an order of continuance notice of hearing and statement to this meeting was posted in the City Hall lobby foyer with 24-hour access, posted at the location and sent out certified service by the clerk on January 26th. Signed received for proof of service by the occupants on January 27th, 2022. As of this date, the property remains non-compliant with the codes as cited. The city is recommending a fine amount of $25 per day per violation, following a compliance time frame of 15 days.
So you did have a conversation, there's people living there.
Correct, they signed for the certified mail at the location. I don't ever see any cars there, just bicycles.
Did they provide any explanation or?
None.
Just thank you and have a nice day?
I didn't have any communication. But in the exhibit, you can see one of the broken windows from the sidewalk street view. And that's the piled debris that's on the side of the house.
Okay. Any discussion, the board?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that I move that in case number 2021-00821, the respondent be found in violation of the code as cited as of November 8th, 2021, and be given until March the 9th, 2022 to come into compliance, will be fined $25 per day per violation until found in compliance.
Madam Chairwoman, I second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion before the board and made by Member Lewis in case number 2021-00821 and seconded by Member Mann, that the respondents be found in violation and be given until, what was it, March 9th, 2022, to come into compliance or be fined $25 per day per violation until found in compliance. With that, I would take all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Yeah. The next case to come before the board is case number 2021-00901, and it'll be presented by Officer Ray.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Officer
Good
Ray,
evening.
and I'm here to present case number 2021-00901, 2651 Cedar Bluff Lane, Ocoee, Florida, 34761. On November 17th, in response to citizen concern, I observed a camper trailer parked in their front driveway. On November 17th, 2021, a notice of violation was mailed to Naomi Nelson, owner of the property at 2651 Cedar Bluff Lane, and as also identified on Ocoee, Orange County property appraiser for violation of city ordinance number 6-4, off-street parking standards. On November 22nd, 2021, Naomi Nelson, property owner, called me and informed me that she had removed the trailer from front of the property. That caused for partial compliance. However, and when they moved the camper trailer to the rear As you can see from this photo, this is taken this afternoon. It is still visible from the street view. In the remedial, in the violation, it was asked to put up a fence, 6-foot opaque fence that would block the view. On the 22nd, she asked for an extension for time to be granted so she can get the fence installed. It was granted. That was the last communication I received from her. All other communications was initiated by myself. On the 15th, she indicated, on December 15th, 2021, she indicated that the fence had been ordered. Following that, on January 4th, 2022, she indicated that the fence would be installed in 3 weeks. Following that incident, on February 1st, 2022, I called her. I left a voicemail and never received a reply. A notice of hearing was mailed to her on February 11th and posted on City Hall. It was delivered to her on the 12th of February. The city is recommending 7 days to come into compliance and a fine of $20 per day if not complied.
Okay, you said, would you repeat the fine amount?
Of $20 per day.
Okay, $20 per day, okay.
Officer, there appears to be, and I understand the violation that we're focusing on this evening, but there appears to be some other violations there, am I right? A tree stump, there seems to be some
The
debris
tree stump,
on the side of the house?
yes, the tree stump has been that way for many years. I've been here for 7, so that
Yeah.
is,
Okay,
that's.
so my question,
Yes.
my question to you is, are we gonna continue to revisit this, incident in terms of, going back for different violations, or do we wanna just, I don't know if it's possible, Doug, but.
Well, tree stump is not a city violation.
Right.
It's just strictly vehicle, nothing, no debris or anything?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you're only here to look at the trailer situation right now.
Oh,
Yes, I realize that, but my point is, are we gonna go back to that later and revisit that situation? Why can't we just put it all together?
May have not been that way when he
Yes.
first cited it.
That-
This is a picture from
Okay,
today.
but that's what I'm asking.
Right,
I-
this is a
I would
picture
like
from
an
today.
explanation on that, yeah.
okay.
That's
So-
what I'm
At
asking.
a future date, you could do that, but they weren't noticed of it, so you can't proceed on that.
Correct,
The trailer, they are noticed, they are in violation,
right.
you could, act.
Yes, I understand that, but my point, just bear with me for a second. I understand we want to move ahead, but we have a lot of cases. I just don't see why we would just, unless that was just put there yesterday.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
So-
So that everyone clear.
He first cited this property in November.
Right,
This is a picture from today.
right.
Right.
But was that like that in November is my question.
No, sir. it was
No.
That's all I have to say. Thank you very much, yeah.
Now,
Officer,
yeah,
yes, ma'am.
okay. I was going to ask, you said that, she contacted you.
Initially, once you.
Initially and said that it was approved. Did she indicate that there may have been an issue as far as, supply chain? Because I know a lot, particularly with fences, a lot of homeowners are having that issue. There's a backlog because of the supply
Right,
chain
yeah,
issue.
that's true.
The initial communication on the 22nd of November, she indicated that due to COVID and the holidays,
Yeah,
that's why she asked for the extension, which I totally understood and granted. But she also indicated afterwards that it was already ordered and
Okay.
ready to be installed. And hence,
Mhm.
by not complying is that I would suggest to move forward with the fine. Because, and also I tried to contact her and she never returned my calls.
so you don't think, one of the things, like I said, I'm aware of the issues, that a lot of homeowners are having when it comes to fences. So it could very well be that it was ordered and she has people to install, but it's just not there. I was just wondering if,
She should have called and told him that. She
Yeah.
just dropped all communication, even then it was backwards. Contact her.
Okay. So, in your mind, an extension of, you know, maybe to next month or so, that wouldn't help the
I mean,
situation?
I would consider that, ma'am.
If she
Honestly,
would.
if she would simply have maintained a chain of communication.
Okay.
I mean, I have no, I mean, if that's what the board decides, I have no issue with that.
Okay.
And I understand the concern, but if you have a legitimate reason on the fence of, because Lowe's said, hey, you know, it's now backlogged another 3 months, there's your answer.
That's
So
true.
to go communication out, then that tells me something else.
Yeah, but in fact, she didn't communicate that to you.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So
No, and I
that in
understand.
itself poses an issue, because if she
Yeah.
knows it was backlogged, then she should have contacted you and said, listen, officer, this is backlog, I checked with Lowe's, I checked with Home Depot, I can't find it anywhere, not just Lowe's, but we need to make sure this is taken care of. So I did that, and you can check if you want, but they're backlogged. And like the chairwoman said, they are, but that needed to be communicated to you.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
When installing a fence, don't they need a permit to do that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Should you pull the permit?
That I did not check. But
If you pull the permit, that she really intends to go forward with it.
yes.
Right, that's right. From my knowledge and dealing with that in terms of business, absolutely, you need a permit.
Yes.
You do.
can't do that without a permit.
And I don't think we should fine her if she pulled the permit and it's not within her control
Yeah.
to do anything about it. She's done
Well,
all she can at this point.
At this point, no, she hasn't, because if she could not contact him and keep him updated, that's a concern. That really is. If it was my house and the city is coming after me, I'm gonna let them know
That's right.
everything I'm doing to rectify the situation. Wouldn't you do the same?
Yeah, I would, but that's me.
I know.
Right,
Same
I'm
here.
surprised I'm here
I mean-
too, so.
And also to the permit, depending on the company you use, usually the company
That's right.
pulls the permit,
That's
so, you know, and to support her to be like, she may not even know a permit needs to be pulled because she's not doing it. The company says, hey, we take care of everything,
That's true.
so
But it
I
also
get
has,
to the point where, you know, has the company, and I don't know if the company will pull a permit until they're ready to install, I don't know.
if they are, but they're supposed to post that too. That needs to be posted on her property.
That's right.
When it's being installed.
When it's being
Yes.
installed, yes, sir.
Because they'll get the paperwork, stick it in the
Yeah.
window or something.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you would have fined her for not communicating?
Well, no, for not providing the opaque 6-foot fence to block the view of the camper. Not for not communicating, but simply by not complying. Yes, she's had since November, yes.
And she's not here.
Yes.
I just have one last question.
Yes, ma'am.
I keep going back to the supply chain.
Yes.
Is there a reason why you want it immediately? I mean, 7 days, I mean, you know.
Oh, well, ma'am, I mean, it's just, from an outside point of view, when a fine commences, that usually sets the fire underneath the person to get it done. And, I mean, again, we've been working with her since November. And
That's
again,
true.
if she would have asked for more time, I would have gladly given it, but it's just, if she's not willing to be present, because it was delivered and it was received on February the 12th of
Okay.
2022, so it would just be nice for her just to get the ball rolling. And I'm sure when she's informed that a fine will be imposed, that there will be at least communication, which we
Okay.
can work from there.
Okay. Alrighty.
So, Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Okay.
I move that in case number 2021-00901, the respondent be found in violation of code as cited as of December 15th, 2021, and be given until March 1st, 2022 to come into compliance or be fined $20 per day per violation until found in compliance.
Second.
Okay. Okay, I have a motion before the board presented by Member Johnson and seconded by Member Lewis in case number 2021-00901, stating that the respondent be found in violation as of December 15th, 2021, and that the respondent be given until March 1st to come into compliance or be fined $20 per day per violation until found in compliance. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay.
Thank you.
Who was the nay?
Okay. Now we have, Mr. Gaines, we need to do anything with this one?
Case resolution.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
beg your pardon?
Are you ready for case resolution?
Yes.
Okay. The first one, 2415 Couch Court, that's case number 2021-00454. That case is in compliance, no further action necessary. Just to refresh your memory, this one was from back in October or September. This is the guy that had the huge custom-built gazebo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Mann remembers this
Yes, I
person.
do.
Yes.
Thank you.
So they went through the process of permitting, and they got all their approvals, and they got their drawings, and they got an engineer, and it's fully in compliance.
Outstanding.
Fantastic.
Outstanding job.
Okay. Alrighty. And then we have one other, but it's saying case is closed. Okay, the next case to come before the board will be case number 2021-00581, presented by Officer Loeffler.
I'm pleased to say that it's full compliance, no further action needed.
Fantastic. Okay. Okay. Well, that concludes the cases for today. So now we'll have comments. Okay, starting with you.
No comments.
Okay.
No comment?
Okay. Member Lewis? Okay. Member Johnson?
Good to be back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Our esteemed attorney?
Oh, I have nothing, just happy to be here as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Likewise.
Okay.
No comments?
Mr. Gaines?
Yes, just a reminder, as you know, we did not have quorum last month. We had a bit of a problem this month too, trying to get a hold of some people, some of the board members we've been having some difficulties with. We absolutely need a yes or a no from all the board members, whether you're gonna be here or not. So the city clerk reminded me of the rules here for attendance, and I'll go ahead and read it. If a board member fails to attend 2 or 3 successive board meetings without cause and without prior approval from the board chairman, the board will declare the member's office vacant and promptly report the vacancy to the city commission, which will promptly fill the vacancy. Appointment to fill a vacancy on the board will be for the remainder of the unexpired term of the vacant office. So we do have a couple that are close to this, and it would come back to the board.
Okay.
So it's not like a normal advisory board where,
Do we know the names? Can we
No.
speak the names?
No.
Or not? I mean, I'm not trying to,
I don't
I'm
wanna
not trying to put them out there.
I don't wanna do that. I just
No,
wanna,
how will we know, though?
I wanna really highlight that you need to be here, or just say yes or no.
Yeah.
We had one that called in at the very last minute
I
this
realize that.
afternoon.
Yeah, we were here together last month, so.
Yeah.
We understood that was a difficult situation.
Yeah.
However, how are we going to vote on it if we don't know? Are we gonna do that in private session?
No, when we actually have the name and
I don't know, I'm asking.
when we have if we have a name next month, then it
Yeah.
would come to you and it would be up to you to remove that person from the board.
Oh, okay, how would it come to us, like this, in a form?
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
just asking.
Again, in my 10 years, never happened, but
Right.
we've had
And
our
let's
ups and
hope it
downs here
doesn't.
the last,
Yeah, it's the first time for everything, right?
correct, correct.
Is it
Okay.
3 absences in a calendar year or 3 absences in a term?
It says
Consecutive.
2 of 3 successive board meetings.
Okay, okay.
So that'll be consecutive. Yeah?
No, so then that would be.
2 of 3.
It would be, in a
Calendar year.
calendar year.
Two.
Yeah, consecutive.
Two out of three,
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
each quarter.
Ain't bad.
Two in one quarter.
And you're out. I got you.
Okay.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
It's clear. I need to be clear.
Okay,
That's
in this
all.
case,
Sorry,
it
guys.
is.
Okay, all right. Well, with that, let me finish with the comments. Officer Ray, did you have any comments? Okay.
That was his first presentation.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you,
I
officer.
know. Yes.
Outstanding job. Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, for myself, I just want to say I'm Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you.
Glad to be back, and you did very well, Officer Ray. So, if there is no more comments or discussion, meeting adjourned. That wasn't too bad, huh?